Thousands of creators have changed their lives with one simple setup, doing talking head video. Many of the top subscribed channels on YouTube are exactly that, talking head, someone just looking at the camera and speaking. And you don't need a fancy studio to do it, just a camera, a good light, and a plan. Now, if you like how this video looks with lighting and cameras, I'm going to show you exactly how to do it, how to get that look on a budget, and how to start today if this is all you got, the phone in your pocket. My first recommendation is actually going to be for any setup because talking head video usually takes either reading off a script or having bullet points, and you always want to make sure you're staring down the lens of the camera to connect with your audience. Well, the best way to do that is use a teleprompter, which can be complicated if you're trying to figure out an iPad or other ways to do it, so I highly recommend the Elgato prompter. I did an entire video talking about how to set it up, I'll link it above, but it actually has a built-in display, connects to your computer so you can drag over your script, or even better, the Riverside window so you can record with remote guests and read off the script all while you're looking in the camera. It works both with mobile devices like your iPhone or Android, all the way up to mirrorless cameras like from Sony, Lumix, and Canon. Whether you're just starting out or have an advanced setup, getting a teleprompter like this is going to make creating content way faster and easier. Now, step one is, what do you use as the camera? Now, if you don't have any budget, or maybe just a little bit, I would spend it on lighting and sound before you upgrade your camera, because the iPhone in your pocket or Android device is going to actually look great. Here's actually some footage of me recording directly from my iPhone, which I used to interview the Apple Senior Vice President. I didn't have my mirrorless Sony camera, I used it with just my phone, so you can do it too. Now, the one thing I would recommend investing in is a tripod for that mobile device. Trying to hold the phone while you're recording, it's going to be shaky and distracting to watch, but just get a simple mount like this. This is a MagSafe one, but you can get inexpensive clips that hold any kind of mobile device. A small tripod like this that goes on your desk, and it's going to go a long way. So that's about $15 or $20, and you have your camera set up if all you have is your phone. I'll talk about more advanced cameras in a second. Next is lighting, and there are some great options out there for all budget levels. One, I actually really love this LED light from SmallRig. Super compact, you can change the intensity and color temperature, and it's only 20 bucks. It's rechargeable via USB-C, and you can even string multiple of them together for really good lighting. Use natural lighting to your advantage, like coming in from a window and small lights like this, and you can get a great look. There's also some great upgrade picks for lighting, like these newer LED panels. You can also get a softbox, which I'll talk about in a second, but $130 for 2 lights that go on the stands. And again, this is going to take you a long way. Now, I did an entire video on what a $100 lighting setup versus $1,000 and 28 lighting tips no matter what you have. You can check out that video up here, and I'll put it in the description. Now, if you want to go pro and get studio lighting, this is the one I use, the Aputure Amaran 200X, and I'm going to give you a behind the scenes of all my setup in a moment, but let's talk about microphones. Now, when you're doing talking head video, there's a couple methods. You can do an on-screen microphone like this, and there's some great USB microphones out there like the Shure MV7 Plus. Yes, I did a whole video on USB mics, I'll link that above too. But if you don't prefer the microphone in the shot look, there's some great shotgun mic options. A shotgun microphone looks like this. You would put it on a stand or arm above your head pointed down. This is the Sennheiser MKH 600. It is a few $100, but it sounds really good, and you can keep it off camera and still have great audio quality. But there are some other inexpensive options when it comes to lapel microphones. These can be discreet, attached via a clip or a magnet, and actually sound really good. You can even get combos like the DJI Mic Mini that has 2 microphones, so you can do interviews, and these can connect to your phone, the Osmo Pocket 3, or directly to a camera. Again, these sound surprisingly good. But what if you don't have budget for a microphone and you use the built-in mic, maybe on your iPhone or even your laptop? Well, there's a way to make that sound great too. When you record solo content or with remote guests in Riverside, and there's a Riverside app for iPhone, Android, and iPad, so you can record on your mobile device and nothing else. And then once you're done recording, you can edit your content in Riverside, and our AI producer, which has amazing tools like remove pauses and filler words, you can apply Magic Audio, which will make any microphone sound studio quality. You can even adjust the slider on how much Magic Audio to apply. That'll remove background noise, echo, and yes, even make that built-in microphone on your mobile device sound studio quality. Now, before I give you a behind the scenes on my entire setup, one other key element is sound treatment. Now, Magic Audio and AI tools can remove reverb and echo, but if you have the budget to add sound panels to your room, that's going to make your audio sound even better. It really helps to focus on your voice and cut out distractions like that reverby or echoey sound. And sound paneling can be fun because what's right behind me are actually sound panels. These are from GIK Acoustics. You can get various patterns and colors, and these do a great job of making your studio sound great, but also looking really cool. All right, but now let me give you a behind the scenes of my setup if you want to create talking head videos that look like this. Step 1, my camera is the Sony A7 IV mirrorless camera with a Sigma 35mm f1.4 f1.4 lens. That f1.4 means you can get that nice bokeh effect. So even though this room is kind of small, it's only 9 feet deep, you can still blur the background because I keep my lighting dim and that aperture open, meaning the f-stop number is very low. Another key element to a good talking head setup is a preview monitor. If you can have your camera previewed large on a screen next to you, it's going to help you make sure you look good, everything in the camera shot looks good, and help cut down on editing time because you'll notice any distractions in that preview monitor. Now that camera and preview monitor is being powered by the Blackmagic ATEM Mini Pro. That's that video switcher right there. But there's some great options like the Rodecaster video, which I did a video about recently. I'll link that above and in the description as well. Now, when it comes to audio, I'm using the Rodecaster Pro 2. This might be actually a little overkill for my setup, but you can get the Rodecaster Duo or even interfaces like the Vocaster Solo and still get great sound from your microphones. Now, going into that Rodecaster Pro 2 is my shotgun microphone on this arm. This is the Sennheiser MKH 416. It is a professional microphone and it is priced professionally. It's about $1,000, but it's the last microphone you'll ever need to buy. I also highly recommend putting it on a mic arm like this because then I can move it around, get it out of the way when I'm not recording, and quickly place it with no fuss. Now I also have a secondary camera you'll see. That's the top-down shot, which you've been watching throughout this video. That's a Sony A6400 with a Sigma 24-70 lens so I can zoom in. That camera is also going into the Blackmagic ATEM Mini Pro, and you can see I'm previewing that there. Again, really helps cut down the editing when I know the camera shot is good to go. Now, one other microphone I have is the Earthworks ETHOS. This is what I use when I'm actually podcasting. Love the sound of this. That's also going into the Rodecaster Pro 2. Then for lighting, I have my Amaran 200X that I showed you before with the Light Dome 3 softbox. Having a great softbox is key to that soft, even lighting to prevent shadows and just has a flattering look. You'll see my entire back wall here has sound panels. I covered everything to cut down on all the reverb and echo. That's actually a sound panel to the right as well. And then I have two other lights. These are Elgato Key Light Airs. That's my fill light and my hair light behind me. Now you'll see my GIK Acoustic panels back there, but there's also some colorful lighting. That's from Philips Hue. Things on the shelf are producing light. And this is a Philips Hue signed lamp that's on the floor, and that's actually shining most of the light that's on the back wall you see. And that's basically how I produce all my videos. This camera with the top down, the Sennheiser microphone, Amaran 200X light, and then I talk at the camera. When I need to read off a script or a teleprompter, I'll use the Elgato prompter. And then when I want to record something like my podcast, I use Riverside. Riverside is incredible not only for remote guests, but also solo content. And then you don't have to worry about importing footage or taking up space on your computer. Plus you get access to all the Riverside AI editing tools like those remove silences, filler words, and you can even add video B-roll, image overlays, background music, and more, all within the Riverside editor. Search for royalty-free clips, and then export in 4K video. And that's how to build a killer talking head setup in 2025 for all budget levels. Links to all the gear that I talked about is down in the description, and let me know if you have any questions. The comments below, I answer those personally. And don't forget to subscribe to the Riverside channel and hit that like button. Lots of videos on monetizing your podcast, how to get to 100K videos on YouTube, and how I did it as a solo creator, which if you want to watch that video, I'll link it right here. And YouTube thinks you'll really enjoy this video. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you next time.